Today, we're going to talk about something, a psychological trap that so many guys fall into and they don't even realize it. It's this whole idea of being the nice guy. Sounds good, right? But what if I told you that being nice is actually a recipe for resentment and frustration? Let's get into why that is, and more importantly, how you can break free.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a pretty provocative idea from the source material. Think about it. Be kind. That's what we're always told, right? But the source says, maybe they lied to you. Whoa, that's a big statement. The idea here is that all that advice we got as kids, always be agreeable, don't make waves, never cause conflict. What if that's the very thing that's actually crippling us? Let's dig into that.
So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You're the go-to person, the one everyone can count on. You're helpful, you're always there, but deep down there's this little voice of resentment, right? You feel taken for granted. If you're nodding your head right now, then stick around, because this one's definitely for you. Okay, so let's put a name to this thing. Our source calls it the nice guy disaster. And I want to be super clear here. We are not talking about being a genuinely good or kind person. No, this is something totally different. This is about a performance, a mask of kindness that's really just hiding a whole lot of fear underneath. And this right here is maybe the most important distinction we're going to make today. Look at the difference. A genuinely good man, he's all about integrity, about having boundaries. When he does something for you, it's a real gift, no strings attached. But the nice guy, that's a different story. He's defined by compliance, by just going along to get along. And his actions, well, they're not gifts, they're loans. And he absolutely expects to be paid back. So that's the whole game right there. The niceness isn't real kindness. It's totally transactional. It's a mask he's wearing to try and manipulate the world and you into giving him the validation he desperately craves but can't find inside himself. It looks like generosity, but really, it's just neediness. Okay, so if this is a pattern, where does it even come from? Why do people do this? Well, it's not random. It's not something that just happens. Our source material points to one thing. It's all built on a foundation of fear. And this is the internal logic, the little voice in the back of his head. It's what the source calls the core covenant of compliance. It's like this subconscious promise he's made to himself. If I'm just nice enough, if I never cause any trouble, then people will like me and I'll be safe. Suddenly, every relationship becomes this minefield where the only goal is to appease everyone. Don't rock the boat, whatever you do. Think of it like this. His own well of self-worth is just empty. So he's constantly looking outside of himself to fill it up. He's chasing praise, smiles, likes on social media, any little scrap of attention he can get. And what does that do? It makes him incredibly fragile because his entire sense of well-being depends on what other people think of him in that exact moment. So this constant hunt for validation, it leads to the absolute core of the problem. This is the hidden mechanism that just poisons all of his relationships. It's this secret contract that he's made. But here's the kicker. He's the only one who knows it exists. And boom, there it is, the covert contract. This is the trap. Every single nice thing he does for you isn't really a gift. It has these invisible strings attached. I'm doing this nice thing for you, and in return, you owe me. The crazy part? The other person has absolutely no idea they've just signed on the dotted line of a contract that only exists in his head. And this creates this really toxic life cycle. And it's so simple when you break it down. Step 1, he does some unsolicited nice thing for you. Step 2, he creates this secret expectation in his head that you're going to pay him back somehow. And step 3, he gets resentful and angry when that invisible debt isn't paid. This is exactly why this kind of niceness always curdles into bitterness. And this is the big reveal, right? His kindness was never a gift. It was a loan, and he fully expected to collect, probably with interest. When that resentment finally boils over, the mask comes off. He wasn't being generous. He was being needy. He was trying to buy your approval, your affection, whatever it was he wanted. It was a transaction from the very beginning. So what's the real damage here? What's the cost of living like this? It's way more than just feeling a little bitter now and then. The psychological toll is huge. This pattern literally destroys what our source calls the 3 pillars of a strong, authentic man. Let's take a look at the damage report. This chart just lays it all out so clearly. Let's look at the first pillar, integrity. The nice guy avoids conflict at all costs, even if it means hiding what he really thinks. The authentic man, he speaks the truth, even when it's hard. Then there's self-respect. The nice guy is a people pleaser. He lets anyone and everyone walk all over his boundaries. A man with self-respect sets firm boundaries for his time and energy. And finally, emotional mastery. The nice guy just stuffs his feelings down, suppresses everything until it all blows up. An authentic man owns his feelings and deals with them with wisdom. And what's the end result of all this? He becomes a hollow man. You can't trust him. And why? Because he doesn't even know what he truly wants. If he can't be honest with himself about his own needs, how on earth can you trust him to be honest with you? He literally becomes a stranger to himself. Okay, so that all sounds pretty bleak, right? But here's the good news. There is a path forward. There is a way out of this disaster. And the solution is not to become a jerk. It's not about becoming some aggressive alpha male caricature. No, it's about dropping the act and starting to build real, solid character. So how do you do that? Here's the action plan. 4 really concrete steps you can take. Number 1, stop trying to fix everyone else's problems. Focus on your own life. Number 2, you've got to practice using the no muscle. Just say no and don't feel the need to write a 3-page essay apologizing for it. Third, you have to start embracing conflict. It's not a scary monster, it's a tool that brings clarity. And finally, and this is the big one, you've got to start looking for validation from inside yourself, from your own actions, not from what other people think.
So let's wrap this up with a challenge, something to take this from just an idea to a real action. I want you to think about this for a second. What is one no you need to say this week? Just one thing, a request, an obligation, something you really don't want to do. Saying that one no is how you start to reclaim your authority. That's where the change really begins.